Here are 5 whiskeys that you might need to hide from your wife.
So these are the 5 American whiskeys that you want to drink if you're American and you're not going to go onto the moon.
First whiskey that you might need to hide from your wife.
Brothers Bond. Do you want to know why? Because these 2 motherfuckers are good to go. All right?
What does that mean?
That means they are both set up in the bedroom already. They know what they look like. They're fine. You have a 3-way, a 4-way, whatever way.
Does agreeing to go mean you putting on pants?
That's disgusting!
I'll even give you a shotgun.
And they're vampires.
The vampires were all, ah, and you were all, ah thing.
That was good.
Brothers Bond Straight Bourbon Whiskey, original cask strength. This one is 115.1 proof, but what I believe is it is a proprietary blend of whiskeys from MGP. This is a fantastic blend.
It smells like raisin oatmeal bread.
It is that raisin bread that you're talking about with a freaking funky, dusty note on it.
Yeah, when you tell me funky dust note, I think Rick House.
Sure.
I walk into
Yeah.
a Rick House with cobweb, like it's dirty, which is the best, right?
No, it means
But that's what it smells like.
this thing is damn good
It's
on
crazy.
the nose. Let's see what it is in my
So
mouth.
you know how like a lot of people think cute girls are stupid?
Yeah, I do.
These 2 boys, pretty dumb.
She really liked him and he broke her heart.
It is a very flat, burnt marshmallow, molasses, burnt honey, graham cracker, straight line.
There are pieces of that I agree with, but the baked apple notes on this are profound. Apple cobbler, baked apple crisp, apple pie.
Okay, if I give you the apple note, this is a very, very over-oaked apple pie.
Well, an apple pie shouldn't be oaked, so I will grant you over oaked.
I meant cooked.
Are you ruining the video? I shouldn't hide this from you?
No, I mean, please, if I'm in a room alone, I'm going to take that bottle with me.
With Paul or Ian,
You don't know who I'm going to go in that room with.
you might take 2 bottles.
Be like, turn me into a vampire, police.
Next bottle you may need to hide from your wife. This one comes in right around $60, $65.
69.
Maybe $69, an incredible value from one of our absolute favorite distilleries in which we just picked a couple of single barrels from them. Patreon/Shelf Turds to get what we picked. This, not it, same distillery. King's Family Distillery. This happens to be the Tennessee Standard Blended Bourbon 118 proof. Now, before you freak the fuck out, best I understand it, this is not Dickel. You know who loves Tennessee bourbon and Tennessee whiskey? And do you know who loves King's Family?
Sorry.
So this is definitely one that you want to hide from your wife if your wife is Kira.
It's like a pecan. A candied pecan.
This is one of the most interesting noses.
It's almost like a candied ginger. So I thought it was a candied pecan.
But do you remember rock candy that had cinnamon in it? Like the cinnamon rock candy. It was hot, kind of like a fireball, like an atomic fireball back in there, but they would make the cinnamon red hot, powdered sugar over top. This has got a little bit of that in it.
All right, I got the red hot right off the bat, that waxy red hot. And then it mellows down to almost this caramel vanilla salt with an orange rind and then just cream.
I think you nailed it. I think you nailed all of it. It is such a vibrant, interesting mouthfeel. Do you know what this reminds me of now? At first I said Heaven's Door cast strength.
Yeah.
This reminds me of a Green River cast strength.
I will agree more with that, 100%. 4-gate, any 4-gates. This one particular, private select cask. All right? But don't share it. Don't share it with any, sherry cask. Sherry don't cask.
So this is Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished in Spanish Oloroso Sherry and dark rum cask. This is a 7-year age statement private select cask. This one was procured for the Shelf Turds Bar by AW, sometimes known as A&W Root Beer. Now, Kara,
I know why you're gonna take this away from me. It tastes like RC fucking cola.
Oh.
And who doesn't love RC cola? RC cola may be cheap. That's because it's good, baby.
What are you doing right now? Are you milking two tiny cats? Now, here's the deal. Four-Gate is a special occasion bourbon and or rye for us because you can't really get into a Four-Gate for less than $200. Occasionally, Bourbon Outfitters will run a sale 20% off of any Four-Gate they got. That is the time to pick those up.
If I see a Kelvin collab, 100%, he's gonna go out, sell his butt real quick so I can get the bottle, okay? All right, it's a candied root beer lollipop with a little bit of strawberry or, I don't know if it's strawberry or cherry on it.
I'm with you.
I'm gonna do a little sipperoonie.
The rum hits you immediately, and I love that rum there. Then the Kentucky nut, and then on the end, a hint of sherry. I will say this, as far as the entire experience goes, sherry far more prominent on the nose than it is on the palate.
I agree. If I was a wife to anybody,
I doubt that's gonna happen.
that's all mine. So, please forgive our adoration for King's family. And this is toasted Amberana, but as they say in the Appalachians, Amberana Rye Conic twice barreled rye whiskey. Now, all of you are gonna say, oh my gosh, I hate rye. Oh, I hate rye. It smells like a ding-dong's butthole, okay? Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes a ding-dong's butthole smells like someone took a shit in the woods and they wiped themselves, and they wiped themselves with some great spearmint plant nearby. You're in the Appalachians, so shut up.
No one does rye like King's family. Typically, if not all of the time, and I could be wrong, it's MGP rye, but whatever King's family is doing it with their double barreling, their thrice barreling, which King's family is known to do, they take MGP rye to a whole new level. So on the nose, primarily cinnamon toast crunch, but you've got a hint of rye in there. It's a very, is there like a cereal
Yes.
or a sweetbread that's got rye in it?
I'm gonna tell you right now what it was.
Tell me.
And I don't even know it's there anymore, but it is Cookie Crisp.
Cereally, very bready, but it's that specific cereal or bread note of like
Yeah.
this sweet dough, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of this rye note on the palate. It
Yes.
transfers completely and purely.
Yes.
I freaking love it. Third taste, the rye begins to shine through. So it is, the more you drink it, it begins to change because it starts in this sweet bread, sweet cookie, complex cookie layer, and then shifts into a twice barreled
Here, I'll do
rye.
it. Ready?
Yeah.
Cookie Crisp. That's what he says.
Can you do it again real quick?
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was bad.
Cookie Crisp.
Just for editing, can I get one more?
F you, dude. F you and ass you. Seriously.
Screw me. All right, the last thing that you may need to hide from your wife is more of a category than it is a specific whiskey. Anything that is apple brandy finished. If your wife is not a bourbon drinker, if your wife is not a rye drinker, and if you attempt to seduce her with something that's been finished in an apple brandy cask, you, sir or ma'am, will be successful because women, all the women that I know, every woman that's given me a hand job, when I give them an apple brandy finished whiskey of any kind, I win and rule the day. You want power in your marriage? You want to be an authoritative figure? Don't expect her to follow you because you have a dad bod and a loser job and your poops are weak and your erection needs pills. She'll follow you if you bring home a whiskey that's been finished in an apple brandy cask.
I had a lot of street riz. What is it? What does that mean?
Street jizz?
You bitch. Oh, that was weird. I had street jizz coming out. Where's my wife?
I majored in vagina studies at Jesus Christ University.
Yes. Put a phone up my butt and it rings sometimes. Question for you. I feel great when I take a dump on the toilet, but do I want people to fucking watch that? No.
Where was the question?
You can take dumps on your own time. Okay, wait, stop it.
Who's that bitch that invented the internet? Al Gore?
You did the algorithm.
Here are 5 hints to give your wife if she's wearing a dumbass hat.
Well, they make fucking tampons that are made of, like...
Rocket fuel.
Yeah, and then we're all dying. And then guess why?
Because there's rocket fuel in your wife's vagina.
Exactly.
Hope you get
Joke's on you, I got diarrhea. I mean, she...
Those aren't words.